Well, it isn't just the IRS in hot water tonight. So is Secretary of State, or Secretary of Health, rather, and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius. She is soliciting multi-million-dollar donations to support or pay for Obamacare, but the Senate Health Committee's top Republicans saying that may be illegal. Senator Lamar Alexander is comparing Secretary Sebelius' fundraising to the Iran Contra scandal. Senator Alexander joins us. Now, that's harsh, the Iran Contra scandal. Why do you say that?
Well, because go back 25 years, Oliver North, working in the Reagan administration, was accused of raising private funds and using it in a private organization to conduct a war in Nicaragua that Congress had refused to appropriate. And what Secretary Sebelius appears to be doing, to me, seems to be the same sort of thing. Congress has said, we refuse to give you more money to implement Obamacare. And she's saying, well, then if you won't do it, I'll go outside and I will raise private money, use a private organization, and do it anyway. And what the Democratic Select Committee that investigated Oliver North 25 years ago said was the Constitution doesn't allow that, and the Anti-Deficiency Act says it's illegal.
All right. Well, obviously, in Iran Contra involved deaths is a little bit different than here.
Well, it's different, but this involves almost every American. I mean, the principle is the same. I mean,
I got the principle. I understand your point. I understand your point. I'm curious, what is her response or the administration's response when you say that you can't? You're basically trying to end-run Congress, right? Is that essentially what you're trying to end-run Congress?
The founders said we don't want a king, so we'll set up a Congress and we'll say, Congress, only you can appropriate money. And so if she says, well, I don't care about that, I'll do it outside the Congress anyway. The problem with that is the Constitution doesn't allow it, and there's a law against it.
I get one of the things that I was curious is who is it she's raising money from? Are these people who are in health care and want to do business with the government, or want to do? I mean, I'm wondering about conflicts of interest, like thinking that maybe if we hustle a private organization for cash, they think they're going to get more business in health care. Is there any suggestion that these are just the wrong people as well to look for money?
Well, more than a suggestion. I mean, the New York Times on Monday and the Washington Post the day before said that she's raising money, sometimes in the $1 million category, from health insurance, people she regulates. So you're raising money from people you regulate. That's one problem.
That's a serious problem. That's a big problem. That's a conflict.
That's a conflict of interest if that's what's happening. And it may not seem like as big a problem to make an end run on Congress, but it's a pattern that we've been seeing. It's just like the president making recess appointments when the Senate isn't in recess. I mean, the founders didn't want a king. They created a Congress and a Bill of Rights to stop the king, and these end runs around Congress are specifically illegal.
So just I'm not I don't think that someone should end run Congress. Believe me, I just didn't mean that. It's just that with the rebels it was a little different. I mean, but I agree with this that you shouldn't be end running Congress. I'm totally with you on that one. It's just the distinction between the two examples. Tell me, has the administration responded to you as Secretary Sebelius responded to you?
No. Well, they responded to the press and said they found a little statute that says with research contracts she could encourage research. But it's pretty far-fetched to say that justifies raising money, probably from people you regulate, to make this end run of Congress. And then that can't override the Constitution, which says that only the Congress may appropriate funds.
So what's going to happen?
Well, what's going to happen is several of us are going to ask the Government Accountability Office to look into this. We'll ask the Inspector General to look into us. The House of Representatives has the capacity to have an investigation. What I hope she does is stop. See, I think people have very short memories. All this is going on right now. We were just talking so much, but this sounds like the way Iran Contra started. Benghazi sounds like the way Watergate started. The excessive looking for leaks among up to 100 AP employers sounds like the way the White House plumbers started. The IRS sounds like the enemies list back in the Nixon administration. All these are very unpleasant echoes, and an administration ought not to want that to happen to it.
And we should get to the bottom of every single one of them. Senator, nice to see you, sir.
Thank you, Greta.